Out of luck, Meghan humiliated over bonkers idea on a president t-shirt amid trapped by more quid. Meghan Markle could have a rise on the US presidency after being hailed as the top choice for Democrats, it's been claimed. The Duchess of Sussex has previously lobbied senators to advocate for paid leave for new parents in the US. However, clothing suggesting Meghan Markle could throw a hat into the political ring for the 2024 US presidential elections have been ridiculed on social media. Nearly 2/3 of respondents feel the Democrats should choose a female candidate for president in the 2024 elections. Exclusive polling by the Democracy Institute has previously revealed more than a quarter of 1,500 prospective Democrat voters said the Duchess of Sussex would be their choice from a list of potential candidates. This meant that Meghan came out on top of current Vice President Kamala Harris. In May, US President Joe Biden's sister suggested that, of course, the Duchess of Sussex could be a good presidential prospect in the future. Valerie Biden Owens told, "It's wonderful to have women in politics. The more women we have, the better our democratic system will work. We embrace all women and we welcome her to join in and join the Democratic Party." Royal editor Chris Shipp has also said it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if the Duchess did make a move into the political sphere. But US-based royal commentator Kinsey Schofield claimed the Duchess would not have thick enough skin to formally go into politics. Meanwhile, royal expert Robert Jobson has pointed out previous presidents have been multi-billionaires. Historically, America has always been envious of the tinsel and the mystique that comes with our royal family. They have an effect, an elective kinship. Meghan's got the prince and now she just needs to get herself into a position to get into the White House. She probably needs a few more quid, to be honest. When was the last non-multi-billionaire president? I think you go back as far as Jimmy Carter. They may think that they really have the publicity, but Meghan gets bruised quite easily, doesn't she? The Duchess of Sussex has recently urged her fellow Americans to vote as she exercised her own civic duty. In a photo shared to her Archewell site overnight, an "I voted" sticker can be seen plastered across a t-shirt. The smiling picture was then accompanied by a separate post titled, "Vote." Today is election day in the US, time to get out and vote, the post read. Meghan and Prince Harry also shared a text service number which aims to help find polling locations and other information for potential voters. Text Archewell to 26797 to find your polling location and make sure you're ready to vote, they added. Meghan's voting announcement is one of the few times a member of the royal family has voted in an election. The Duchess was first modern royal to vote in a US presidential election when she casted a ballot back in 2020. A source told the site at the time that Meghan is voting in this election, but would not say whether she voted early or locally in California, where she lives with Prince Harry and their two children, Archie and Lilibet. Senior members of the royal family are technically allowed to vote, but are usually expected to remain neutral on political matters. For example, the late Queen never voted, but the royal website said this was due to convention rather than the monarch being banned from doing so. King Charles III is expected to follow suit, although was vocal on a number of issues during his service as the Prince of Wales. The 2022 midterm elections will also have ramifications for people around the world, as parts of the GOP contain fractions threatening to cut or stop the funding of Ukraine and its fight against the aggression of Vladimir Putin's Russia. Meanwhile, Meghan recently took a thinly veiled swipe at those who branded her difficult in the latest episode of a Spotify podcast.